Yeah, so somebody asked to do a video on how to know a good pointer. Spiritual Baptist conversation, take the knowledge or pass it by. Now, first thing first, a pointer is a teacher. What does a teacher do? A teacher pointer imparts. Teaching is imparting knowledge, direction, instructions from one person to another person, right? Sometimes people forget that you cannot give what you don't have. And sometimes we get to, all right, let me put it this way. Sometimes you get a calling and you work with what you have, which is what you're supposed to do anyhow. But if you listen to the calling, you might understand that you cannot work with what you have. Because sometimes what you have is not qualified. Sometimes you don't understand that God calls people and then he qualifies them, but some people think you have to be qualified and then you get called. What I really mean by that is some people put themselves outside there as qualified and they're really not, but then there are people that got called and you would have seen them mature to be who they are. And what happens is that you're looking for something according to what your eyes could see, but God don't do that. God does look at the inside, the heart of man, the way somebody does think. He don't look at how nice you dress as a pointer and all these things. I'm making these points because to know a good pointer, it is dependent on God. And I might be able to talk plenty pointing thing, but I might not be a good pointer. Somebody might not even be talking at all, and they might be a real good pointer. The point is to know a good pointer, it must be spirit-led. Your work, your fruit, your fruit really is the main thing, because they say by your fruit you shall be known. But I believe that there are different type of children, there are different type of students. And if you really want to know a good pointer, you must be able to see what the pointer would have done. I'm talking about, because there are different ways you go to a pointer. Sometimes you are light, as we call it, you are 3 days, you haven't gone to the morning ground for a long time. You go and you recharge your battery, so to speak. And in this, it have different ways that these things does work. But I believe that, let me give you a nice example. I came from one school and I asked God that I want to learn, and the school that I came from, God would have made me to know that school would not be able to provide me with the teaching that I would need. So God put me under a teacher. And then I went to, I had to not be in that church for a reason. And when I went to another church, there was a teaching there, and God introduced me to the teaching. So what we're talking about is different levels. Now I am no longer in that church. God put me to a different level of teaching. So you see, the teachers keep changing accordingly. And God would have led me to situations. So sometimes you belong to a church, you go with the pointer, who is a pointer, right? And then sometimes, depending on where you are, who you are, people on certain levels, they would mourn with different pointers. Why? Because that's the level they're at, right? And they would be choosing their pointers, right? Because degrees is what would matter at that point in time. So depending on the degree that you are at, or depending on the directive God would have given you, where degree is concerned. Some people feel when they go and mourn, every track they see, they feel that must come out. That must happen one time when they come from the ground. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. That's why you must know. You must think about what you're going to do where mourning is concerned, and you must allow yourself to be prepared. So once you know you want to go and mourn and you start a prayer and fast, you start to inquire of God, God is going to give you a directive. Sometimes God sends you to somebody who have this one profound key that is going to fit. So it come like you have a puzzle and missing one piece. Your pointer don't have it. You catch it? Your pointer didn't walk that road, so they don't have it. So God will take you from that school and send you to a school that pointer is profound in that little piece that's missing, or has the ability to take you to a school that could teach you that particular thing. And that is how the thing does work. Or that is how it is supposed to work. But we have the other side of it, that people pointing you or want to point it just because. You want to go and moan at somebody just because. Because there are different schools. I always tell all about the diaspora. This thing in the Spiritual Baptist faith, sometimes you cross over. And you cross over into a place where you're not supposed to be. So you come like you're in forbidden territory. So then you put yourself in a place where you're supposed to end up one thing, but you get yourself mixed up in something else. So let me give you, all you know I love to use colors. So your destination is green. So then you really have to deal with shades of blue and shades of yellow. But you like how purple looking, and you go on and dabble in some red, and instead of you turn purple, you turn brown, right? And vice versa. And I know all you know what I'm talking about. So you go and get yourself caught up in something you're not supposed to get yourself caught up in. So here we're going on. Next time you want to moon, go to God first. And you'll be surprised to know, because let me tell you something, the human element in getting directive from God, even though that is what it is, it's very dangerous. It's very challenging, because just watch me, your own flesh will lie to you. Your own flesh will lie to you, and instead it lead you to where you want to go, it sometimes it lead you away, all based on your mindset. Because if your mindset is to come out a big thing, you're going to be looking for a pointer that you feel could bring out a big thing. If you like glitz and glamour, you're going to be looking for a flashy pointer. If you like mystery thing, you're looking for a pointer that have a kind of look like mystery. If you want, how I should say it, you want performance pointer, you like performance, you're going to look for a pointer that you're to see performing outside there. But if you want a pointer that God send you to, you go inquire from God. So at the end of the day, the whole point is seek God. Hear what the Bible says in Matthew. Acknowledge him and he will direct thy path. And I'll leave you with that.